reviewer. You review it, I review you. This is my partner, Masqurade. Today we're starting off Summerween with Linkaro's review of Vampire the Masquerade.
Today we shall be looking at a video game, Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines. And naturally you can see why I would be covering this, considering the amount of vampire material I've covered on the show, like, Scarlet number 1 from 5 years ago.
Doesn't matter how long it's been, you still reviewed it.
Or Anita Blake, Vampire Hunter. Oh wait, Harvey reviewed that, I didn't.
For your show.
Isn't this something that Maven of the Eventide should be reviewing?
Most certainly so. However, I now have this child of darkness who, for the time being, I must focus on raising properly until his teeth develop for him to become a true creature of the night. Yes, what beautiful music he makes.
Me.
Aren't you married? Couldn't you get your husband to watch the kid while you did the review?
What husband?
Feed me your rage, Tumbler.
I said no!
If Pa doesn't do that in a voice in the dark, then it's going to be a 0 out of 10.
Whoa, wait a second. What about me?
Fear fan from Terror Obscura?
No!
Horror Guru?
No, I got him tied up in the back.
Me.
Valus?
Aw, come on! He hasn't reviewed a horror movie in like 4 months.
Which, sadly, is forever in internet time.
And, are we even allowed to mention him anymore? I mean, he doesn't work at Channel Awesome anymore.
I don't know. Are you on Channel Awesome?
Yes!
No! Me.
The game is based off of White Wolf's World of Darkness tabletop RPG. Or for those who don't know anything about tabletop RPGs, think Dungeons & Dragons, but with vampires and werewolves instead of magic missiles and falling rocks.
Magic missiles? Probably not. But falling rocks can always happen.
And naturally the game was basically released unfinished and untested by Activision. The game was not a commercial success upon release, and it's believed that its failure led to the demise of Troika Games, the developers. However, since then, unofficial patches have been released, developed mostly by fans to basically fix the game and restore the missing content.
Fan communities really are spectacular. When they're not complete shit.
The first thing we have to do is create a character, which involves making several choices about the character we're playing. There are a number of different vampire clans to choose from, and there aren't enough hours in the week for me to release a review based on every path.
I feel like such a review would be several hours long anyway.
So I decided to play as a Bruja. Broje...
It's Spanish for witch.
I am but a simple man who plays video games mostly for fun, but also to act out aggressive feelings caused by awful comic books that are best not expressed in real life.
Especially when you have a freaking spaceship.
Running water? That's no problem. I bathe. Occasionally. Now, a shotgun blast to the head. Oh, that's trouble, boy. Fire? That's real trouble. Sunlight? Well, you catch the sunrise and it's all overkill. Get it?
Or, you know, beat them to death with a baseball bat. That works too.
Because otherwise, there'd be no gameplay.
Fortunately, the same fate does not befall our purple protagonist, who is instead furnished with a crappy apartment and with Bender.
I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad either. Plus, it's free!
Alright, you got the blood, you're feeling all kick-ass, feeling better than your best day living, but wait, it gets better.
Yeah, that's fine, man, but I do want a cape, you know.
No capes!
One quest has you sent to a haunted hotel, but really, what could possibly be terrifying about this?
The Shining?
I will not be scared by ghosts, and for the love of why am I in Freddy Krueger's boiler room?
Could be worse. You could end up like Jason.
Tilt.
What is hurting me? I'm a goddamn vampire!
The boiling water, probably.
I don't care how many lamps you throw at me, I'm not gonna review them!
You will accept the meme, Linkara!
No, I'm not gonna get out! You're gonna get out! Come on, Jack Torrance, come and get me! Who's Johnny now, asshole? I'm a goddamn vampire! I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire!
5 hours later, Linkara was seen running down the streets of Minnesota in the same manic state.
I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire!
You meet vampire Harley Quinn here, named Jeanette.
I feel like Harley Quinn as a vampire is an actual thing in DC. And if it's not, quite frankly, I have no idea what's taking them so long.
After that, you blow up the warehouse in a stealth mission that quickly turns into a not stealth mission as it happens.
Isn't that always how it goes? Frustratingly.
Neo, are you ready to learn the truth about the Matrix?
Yeah, maybe it's the coat, but this guy makes me think more of Rodin from Bayonetta.
Oh, and that's another thing. As far as I can tell, this entire game, like 28 hours of gameplay, all takes place in a single night. Yeah, they claim it's over several days, but the sky never changes. The morning sun never comes out to vanquish the horrible night.
Well, you are a vampire. You're not supposed to see the daylight.
I am she, Demon Hunter. I come to this city for the blood of the demon that killed my master. Do not interfere. My revenge will cut through you if it has to.
I'm just so torn up over it, can't you tell? My life is constant indifference. I mean pain.
I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
Although, what I do know from checking out the occasional walkthroughs, sorry guys, needed to do it sometimes,
How could you?
really all the classic monsters represent the darker aspects of humanity in one form or another. Animalistic rage, playing with forces we can't handle, the continuing threat of ancient Egypt that sends corpses into the future to menace us.
Hey now, sometimes they help us, like the Pharaoh Atop. Okay, granted in Season 0 he was kind of a menace, but you still get my point.
Is far too long and far too repetitive. That being said, the monster design for the boss in the middle of it, holy crap, that is some Silent Hill stuff right there. Pants to be darkened. I feel like I should be censoring that thing.
On that note, this review was a lot of fun. While Linkara is known as the comic book reviewer guy, it can be fun to see him step out of that zone every once in a while and review something different. Although, and this isn't a problem, just something I think is odd, you'd think that if someone were to request Linkara to review a choice-based video game, they'd ask him to review something like, say, The Wolf Among Us? You know, a game that's based on a comic book? But I digress. This video was fun to watch and I highly recommend it. I'm a reviewer. You review it, I review you.